Ladies and gentlemen in the Durham Armory, are you ready for the main event of the evening? This next matchup is for the Toro Cup NoGi Men's Heavyweight title. First up to the mat, our challenger representing Checkmat and making his Toro Cup debut. Please help me welcome Mr. Gabriel Almeida. And his opponent defending the championship representing Diego Ramalho, BJJ. Welcome back, Diego Ramalho! All right, now we're talking, baby. NoGi heavyweight action between two of the finest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu heavyweights in the Southeast region.
As I'll say, if you do this sport, you better learn these names.
Yeah, you better
They
know
are
who
local
these guys
and they are talented.
Extremely, extremely talented. This is about as good as it gets here at Toro Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Our heavyweight title fight, our main event, is underway at the Durham Armory.
I would say Gabriel's a little more decorated in the NoGi realm with his ADCC experience, but neither of these players are any slouch, that's for sure.
You certainly can't underestimate.
From the outside, Diego's pretty keen on the leg game, though, so he had to go through Josh Williams to earn this belt. Which is funny, Diego does not really go for heel hooks himself, but he has a nasty straight ankle lock, which he will not just like dive on until you least expect it.
No pinch from Almeida. He's just elevating right now.
Yeah, he's probably thinking positional at this point. Oh, wait, no. Look for the Aoki lock.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
Lightning fast.
That was tight, too. Diego had to respect that. Gabriel double outside right now, looking to either pull to 50-50 or go belly down.
Oof. Almeida
switches it to a little 50-50 knee bar attempt.
Really pursuing these leg locks. First 2 minutes of the match nearly elapsed in 15 minutes total of our title fight. The first 10 are submission only.
The room is quiet.
Oh yeah, buddy. That's how you know it's main event season.
If you're wondering why they're hanging out in 50-50, it's because they're both kind of waiting to see what the other person's going to do.
You've heard of a Mexican standoff before.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
This is a Brazilian truce.
Diego wants to overhook that leg because that's this is where he likes going for that straight ankle, and obviously Gabriel's looking to try to go belly down to dig for that heel without exposing his own leg in the process.
It's so hard, too, because Gabriel's been pretty much in the same attack vector for most of the match.
There, decides to just exit.
Diego finally separates there. He gets back to some kind of neutrality.
Both these players are well-versed in both gi and no-gi. I know I knew Gabriel Almeida back when he was training in Charleston. Didn't know him, but my buddy who trained at their gym, and I heard of him. And then now I saw him pop on the scene, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's awesome we're finally getting him here on Toro Cup, 33 events in. We're starting to see, you know, for him to come through for this title fight, for Mads Burnell to be on the card, we're starting to see that elevation of the caliber.
It is good.
Of the athlete, and we want to see these guys come and take on these local, you know, dynamos.
I mean, it's hard. They got these, you know, I mean, they got multiple tournaments, I'm sure, on their schedules. Trying to get them out to one of these Toro Cups to showcase their
it ain't the height of class here at the Durham Armory.
Exactly. I mean, this stage definitely makes it more prestigious to compete on.
Ramalho. This has the energy of like Gabriel and Corbet, or one of those matches, where everybody in the room understands what's going on here. So much respect for these two athletes right now in the room.
Fighting for inside position and snapping out if they don't like it.
You think about how close this was to ending very early on with that first leg lock entry, and now it just seems like it could have never been that close to being over this early. And these guys still feeling each other out 5 minutes into this one.
Gabriel's like, it's not fair. I pulled guard. It's your turn now.
Yeah, dude, don't you know the rules?
I played bottom. I'm not going back down.
Do me the gentleman's courtesy here.
Good looks.
Yeah, Almeida tries with the level change, but that collar tie's too tight.
Yeah, that's the problem with those double wrist grips like that. It's hard to get anything going. It kind of ensures that they're going to be shooting one-handed. Good job, ref, monitoring the out of bounds.
Yeah, Sean Zorio might not be the right guy to have in there with these two guys. Might want to put Briggs back in there.
It's always weird how there seems to be more action as they approach the out of bounds.
Yeah, The sumo match.
I mean, the good part about Toro Cup, there are no refs' decisions. Mm-hmm. Somebody is going to win by points, or somebody's going to win by sub.
We don't do draws here.
I'm sure once you realize this match could very well go into OT after 15 minutes if it stays like this.
Yeah, easy.
It is going to be a battle of efficiency, that's for sure. And I'm sure Gabriel, if he's able to continue to win the battle for inside position and head control, that will pay off.
One would assume that would be enough for him to win that extra attritional war.
Good little foot sweep.
Temperature coming up here now.
I was about to say, we got 2.5 minutes. I assume we'll see a little more jockeying for position, but as we approach this 5-minute mark, curious if we'll see some things change. I mean, he was able to find his way to 50-50 earlier. If you pull, get to 50-50, get on top, and find ways to disengage, that could be your 2 opportunity.
I feel like the time is nigh to introduce some action before the points come on here. But it's easy to get caught in the collar tie vortex.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, take a little off the clock, try to win the efficiency war. There's an attempt. Probably just looking to see what kind of reaction he's going to get. Good little foot sweep attempt. Very good.
Crowd loving the foot sweep action.
Yeah.
A lot of supporters. Basically, if you're still here in the building, it's because you're supporting one of these two guys. You see a lot of athletes from previous matches still sticking around, but it's a lot of their own gym members here still supporting for our main event.
Yep. I expect once we hit that 5-minute mark, a foot sweep like that, there's going to be quite the intense follow-up to it.
Yeah, it won't be time.
It won't be a walk-off.
It won't be time to hit the emote.
Yeah.
It will be time to do some damage.
Let's see, we got 45 more seconds.
Yeah, short time here until points in the title fight. There was some early jiu-jitsu going on.
I'm sure that was Gabriel trying to see if he could
just test the waters.
Well, steal a couple extra $100 bucks.
Yeah. Goes a long way in Charleston.
He's not down there anymore.
Where's he at now?
That's where he's
still
in Triangle.
affiliated with Checkmat, right?
He's affiliated with Checkmat, but I think he's been around the Triangle. I don't know where exactly, but I know he's been dropping in at Triangle Jiu-Jitsu. He pops up at different
that's awesome.
gyms, yeah.
Ooh, we tried to go for the level change on the double leg there, and Diego says, I don't think so.
Yeah, but I know he got a start down there, doing a lot more gi. All right, points.
Live now. Everything's a little bit more meaningful now, of course.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit now. Pushing in, looking to get a reaction. Look for a little snap drag there.
Yeah, Diego, I remember just him being an absolute menace on the U.S. grappling days.
Did he do U.S. grappling?
I think so. Or no, I'm thinking of, I guess I'm thinking of ZR Team, when there was more like ZR Team stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Again, they go. Again, 4 minutes left here now in this title fight. No points on the board, and it has been a wrestling match so far. It's been a little bit of jiu-jitsu up at the front there, but they're trying to get the wrestling to translate into something now. And now there's been so much sunken cost fallacy put into the wrestling here.
Yeah.
It's like we can't, now you definitely can't pull.
I'm curious. I felt like Gabriel didn't have too much trouble in bottom position.
No, he didn't come up against a ton of resistance early on, but maybe that was because he kind of caught him off guard or felt like he caught him off guard. Who knows?
Or again, in the sub-only period, you're more willing to enter those exchanges.
Yeah, Gabriel getting a little bit more antsy now on these level changes, putting a little bit more gas on it.
Yep. You got to be careful on the out of bounds. You have your back to the out of bounds. The person on the inside is going to take an opportunity. Whoop.
We had a good run.
Return the favor.
Don't encourage them.
With the out of bounds takedown.
Thank God it wasn't Sam on that camera. He would have got bowed over by those two monster men.
Oh.
Ankle pick attempt.
I was about to say, Diego almost got caught looking at the clock up at the screen.
Diego's been stifling him at every turn and corner so far.
I mean, the beauty of this, too, is you have to score.
Yeah.
So it's
how. Think about every Sousa match we ever commentated. Almost all of them, same thing.
Yep. So I'm curious in their heads right now. I'm sure they have something in mind of where this is going to go and where their best opportunity is. Whether it's waiting for a failed takedown attempt to capitalize.
Are they already thinking about sudden death?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Is one of them hoping for a bad shot attempt? Is Gabriel thinking about pulling guard again and trying to see what action he can create from bottom? Gabriel's winning the center of the mat currently.
50 seconds on the clock. 15 minutes nearly elapsed here in the Durham Armory. Tried to hit him with the big Sotogari.
Try to add in the voice effects.
Seasoning, yeah. Dang. Thought somebody was in here playing Fire Pro Wrestling. Almeida,
it is. Right
solid
at the end.
Entry.
Good attempt. He's able to pick it up.
Diego weaves out of there.
Here we go. OT. Sudden death.
Sudden death. First point wins. The championship comes down to this. Who will catch that golden snitch? These two guys have been going after each other in the wrestling all match long, but not really able to convert to anything super meaningful so far. But it doesn't matter now. The first score does. It's all that matters. We've seen Almeida look at that ankle pick. We've seen him look at that level change a few times.
I wonder if we had scaling, if we scaled the bonus further, like 500, 400, 300, just get a longer period of trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Because every match has had the very fast-paced first 2 minutes. Good job on the down block.
I mean, it's a bigger mat space than almost anything I've ever been on.
Yeah.
It's almost as big as the mat space as who's number one. It's not like they don't
got
have
plenty
a lot
of room to work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the issue where you don't want to push back in. You push back in, you give up those opportunities.
He's walking the hips closer to Diego, and I think Diego's maybe looking for that foot sweep again.
Yep. Nice slide by attempt.
Tries to do something a little different.
It's also very different than the previous matches we see where somebody always elects to pull guard. So it's just a matter of, in OT, can they sweep or can they pass?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now it's just pure stand-up. There. Good opportunity. That's that chance when the failed attempt separates, go right back in.
I mean, that's what chain wrestling is. It's definitely what separates a lot of people in MMA and wrestling is that ability to chain techniques. Oh,
they
Sean!
took the ref out.
Sean just got ref bumped. What is this, a Jeff Jarrett match?
He Uchimated the ref. He did. Oh my goodness.
Looking strong, Zorio.
We need two refs in there.
I told you, Briggs Pittman. Send Briggs in there.
My goodness. Everyone's standing that's close to the edge because they know they got to get ready to move.
Somebody's going to get hurt over there.
Sean's going to get workers' comp. And now Gabriel has his back to the out of bounds.
Oh!
Oh, good turn in face. Especially right now, picking up that single is going to be so slippery.
Yeah, we're on minute, 23 or whatever of this match.
It's going to take... there it is.
Oh, again!
Good work, in and out. My goodness.
That corner of the mat is like a black hole.
Yeah.
Sucking those two gentlemen in.
They keep looking at the board to see the time, so they keep walking over towards it.
That's so true. That is exactly what's happening. They're walking towards that TV because they're like a moth drawn to the flame.
Another attempt by Gabriel.
Oh, he tried the Dagestani clothesline.
Yep. He had a good attempt over there, and good job by Diego wrestling out of that.
Dude,
that's
Diego's
for sure.
It's like a stone wall, bro. The entries that Gabriel's hit, I would think would take most people down easily.
Well, and every failed attempt is taken away at that gas tank. So
yeah, in theory.
We'll see how this efficiency is going to play out over the next couple of attempts.
Sean's like, we're pausing early. Get back over there.
Bagels is going to put pit walls up.
Bro is like, I'm not getting taken out again. Tries to hit the split arm drag, does Almeida. And that tension is building. You feel both guys are becoming a little sloppier. Both guys are getting a little more tired as it goes on. You do feel like the razor's edge is teetering more and more.
Where you start getting a little more confident or comfortable, you're like, well, I can always just scramble out of this.
Yeah, you know these guys can do this all day as well. They've been doing it for years and years and years and years.
I mean, finishing takedowns at this level is insane.
It's very tough.
The only good thing in this situation is if you do get somebody to turtle, a knee down scores 2. Unlike ADCC rules where turtle doesn't score.
Entry after entry, too.
So you can take down to turtle here. Oh, you okay? Hit him in the chin. It's like they're paid by the hour.
Well, I know Sean. I know Sean's not paid by the hour. He's like, I want to get out of here, man. I feel like Tobey Maguire in the cage with Bonesaw right now. Just get me out of here.
I mean, respect to these guys. I mean, again, finishing at this level is insane.
Absolutely one of the most grueling things I've ever seen in my life, and I'm so glad I'm not either one of them, honestly. The mental fortitude to even keep pumping and competing after this long. Tries to hit the drop Sayanagi.
Oh. Yeah, he wanted the reset and turtle. But again, Diego sent that takedown because he was on the out of bounds.
Yeah,
and he knew it would either land or
they'd reset.
Yeah,
that's the game you play.
Exactly. That's why you see them on the out of bounds
Sean
every time.
Maybe Sean will give you the benefit of the doubt if you don't take him out every time you're over there near him.
Hey, Gabriel's like, I want your back to the center.
Just point there.
It's a constant game of trying to walk their back to the center. Little wrist snap attempt. It's like, I don't want you to have that grip on my wrist. Nobody puts Sean in the corner. Up another single attempt.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's always tough, man. It's so hard to finish that because, I mean, it's not that he's running out of bounds, but you just have no room to work. It's not like he's going to hop to the center to defend.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
Unless he was trying to like scissor sweep or something and do something of his own offense.
Especially too without like wrestling shoes. It's not like you can pull somebody into you necessarily with the single
leg. Yeah, they're
leg.
so sweaty now that Gabriel's pushing and sometimes Diego's just sliding. Like without stepping backwards, he's just sliding backwards. So
Diego didn't like the double collar there.
No, he didn't.
Exit
he was like,
out.
Get me out of here.
He does not want him grabbing his head anymore, so maybe Gabriel was able to wear down a little bit. Mutual collars. Snaps out. I like these attempts, though.
Almeida knows he's a little fresher. He's taking a little bit more risk because he thinks he can get out of the risky area if it doesn't go right, and we just see it play out right there like that.
It's always hard calling for a technique when the whole room hears you. Hey, look out for the throw by.
Throw by has to literally be code for a different technique.
I mean, I do agree that going for the underhooks right now, especially now that it's slippery, may be more effective.
Diego's starting to huff and puff a little bit.
I mean, I feel like this is just going to come down to seeing who fades first. Or honestly, like a body lock or a locked hands double.
Any locking of the hands around the body would probably be enough at this point, but neither one of them has had that the entire time.
And there's always the risk, too, if you're stepping into that.
Right, yeah. It's hard to imagine both guys aren't physically beaten.
There's another single attempt.
That under crossface.
Oh.
Man, Diego's great on that single leg defense. He just digs under the chin every time. Anytime somebody shows that look, he's under the chin, pushing up, peeling them away.
I mean, he's gotten a couple looks at running the pipe and then forcing Diego to 4-point, but then it's always been on the out of bounds, so he can't capitalize with the rear body lock.
Yeah, I mean, he's just switched it up so much, too.
They're definitely digging in more for those upper body ties now with the underhooks, overhooks.
Yeah, it's getting a little more grueling.
Respect to these guys, though. They are putting on a war for us right now.
Yeah,
I know this isn't easy.
A trench battle, if you will. A trench crusade.
Oh.
Woo!
Gabriel's had some great looks.
He just needs 5 more feet of mat. 5
we
more
needed extenders.
Radius.
This is where we stop you.
At minute 25, the mat gets extended. It drops from the ceiling like the WWE cage.
Or that's just what we need. We need
cage.
We just need a cage to drop from the ceiling. Oh,
he
good
just tried
attempt.
the Russian leg sweep, the Bret Hart Russian leg sweep on WWE. Tried to just like fall with this.
It almost worked.
Almost did.
That's what we need. We need a cage coming down from the ceiling. We got to throw them out, each a metal chair.
Or like the Dark Knight, you just break a broomstick in half and throw it in there.
Yeah, Sean, you gotta be. You gotta read their mind.
Yeah.
They're gonna send a takedown on the out of bounds every time.
Every time we step past this black line, I'm just gonna give you a warning.
Oh.
Almost a body lock here. Sean looks a little panicked.
We should reset him in an over-under. Yes!
Yeah! The crowd goes wild for the reset.
Keep it.
With underhook. God! Oh! Oh! And Sean says it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Oh, no. I mean, that's hard. You can't. It was out of bounds. I mean, this is what you get when you take NoGi to the highest level and you make them have to score.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
And it's why you have...
so many decisions.
Or penalties.
Pinch headlock almost now for Almeida.
That was a good look. I mean, that was a opportunity for sure.
They're so sweaty now. It's tough.
You need locked hands, anything, to get something done here right now. Anybody got a clock running?
Jason, I'm sure Bumpkin does.
I wonder what's going on in their heads where they're like, there's no way out of this.
They're like, this is it. I've died and this is purgatory. I'm trapped here forever.
How do I get out of this match?
There's no escape. I'll be on these mats until my children graduate college. Oh!
So much action right on the outside.
Yeah, it's like there's too much action for the Toro Cup room to contain.
We should
really
make a mat that is only out of bounds.
If this was fight to win, both these guys would be dead by now from getting thrown off the side. Seth Daniels would be hiding their body in the lake or outside of town right now as we speak.
Sasai attempt. Snap front head. Oh, it's brutal. I mean, I feel for them. This is so difficult.
Oh, man.
Dude, trying to win a position like that.
There is not going to be a single place for me to go eat after this. It's all going to be closed.
Don't tell me. I was thinking that same thing. I'm going to Tobacco Road, maybe. Are they open till midnight?
Not on Sundays. Oh, and Almeida, but that crossface is there for Diego again.
Force him to turtle.
How does he keep breaking it?
No.
He keeps getting away with it.
He had a better chance at running the pipe on that one and forcing him more towards the center.
He needs to do the golf swing. He needs to, break away and just swing the leg towards the ceiling.
I was thinking about that if he tries to bring it high and inside. But again,
high inside, yeah.
But Diego's constantly the second he tries to transfer to the inside, he's just going to limp leg.
He's just going to limp leg and make space, yeah. Hit that capoeira kick on him.
They are dripping.
Yeah, I think even Sean is working up sweat in there. What?
Oh. My goodness. What if all of a sudden Gabriel just pulls guard?
It's Diego Ramalho, in my opinion, who's being tested right here.
I was about to say, that double collar is not fun right now.
It looks like he's not having a lot of fun on these resets either. He's getting bullied a little bit around the mat.
It looks like that was it.
Hey!
Yep. Dang. That was literally a war of attrition.
That has to be the longest match in Toro Cup
My
history.
goodness. Yeah, longest match in Toro Cup history. It was literally a battle of who would break first.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Great attacks
what
by
is
Gabriel.
undoubtedly the longest match in Toro Cup history, your victor and the new men's NoGi heavyweight champion, Gabriel Almeida!
The DJ is great at dropping the bass the second you say their name.
Yeah, I will give it to this guy. He's not awful at the transitions.
He knows what he's doing. He drops that the second you say something.
We've got a chemistry, he and I. We've got Kelsey Carter on the mat getting ready to interview our champion before we close the show. Stick around till the end for us if you don't mind.
Gabriel Almeida is our new Toro Cup champion here. And that's how you're feeling, but I'm going to guess tired.
Yeah, pretty much. Diego was super tough guy. I knew he was almost impossible to score. Match was so long, I didn't know how long to do it.
I think we were pushing 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. We would be a good battle, rope first. We will lose this one. And couldn't be more honored to have a match at such a level with the guys that
A lot of history between both of you in terms of where you competed, what you both accomplished. It was a really fun match, like a crowd skating tour. How does it feel bringing home the title now that you're a resident in the area?
Yeah, fighting my backyard, couldn't lose. My friends, my training partners here will be helping me out. Everyone at the National Triangle, at Blue City. My coach also, he's the one that be helping me out with the setup game. That was really important in this match. So, I really want to just win a local battle like this and, defend each other next time.
Is there anyone on your mind for the defense?
Not really, I'm not trying to fight anyone. Anyone who wants to go, just send a shot, take it, whatever.
All right, Gabriel, congratulations. Huge win today.